Hey, Garbrac here, and this is a week in review. In this video, we're basically going to try and recap all the information we've been given this week. It shouldn't be that hard. All the information we were given this week? Ask Us Anything Variety Pack. Really? That's what we get? So, on top of them giving us the Ask Us Anything, I'm glad that we got some information. It was 17 days before we got anything. 17 days ago, the last thing we got was another Ask Us Anything. There hasn't been a single bit of real information released in article form. There's been a couple appearances of the developers on specific websites, such as MMORPG, but 85% of that was just regurgitation of everything we already know. But the thing that gets me about this Ask Me Anything, or Ask Us Anything, is a lot of the questions they were asked, or at least a lot of the questions they answered, is stuff that we already know. Why would you answer that? We want real information. So, for example, question number 1. The first question, the question that people are going to read and decide if they want to continue to read. It says, will each alliance focus on its own specific roles? For example, Elden Dominion is most likely mages and Daggerfall Covenant warriors. Seriously? This is the question they answer? No, they're gonna make a game that's all about one faction per, one kind of class per alliance. Like, come on! We already know the answer to this question. You can be anything. Any alliance can be any kind of class. It's fair. It's balanced in some form. Why would they choose that question? It just bugs me. I know I'm usually really hyper in my videos, and I don't usually badmouth stuff that much in my videos, but this irks me. The questions they provided us and the answers are just information we already know. Why? So, second question. Should you have found the first question interesting enough to continue reading? The second question. Since the Guild Act is passed during the Second Era, is it safe to assume that these organizations will exist in ESO? Yeah, well, we already know that the Mage Guild and the Fighter Guild are implemented into the game and play a pretty significant role as to the story. As for the Thieves Guild of Dark Brotherhood, there's hint of them working on it after release, because they do want some form of morality system. They've already said that. Again, another question that we already know the information to. So why would they do this? Like, 17 days, I've been sitting here going, come on, give me something. And then they finally give me something, and I'm like, come on, I don't want this stuff. And then the fourth question, or fifth question says, are we going to see known types of weapons? For example, steel, silver, glass, etc. Yes. Yes, you are. What kind of prominent Argonian figures will we meet? So they do ask some relative questions that we don't really know. 90% of the questions were lore-based, no actual information about the game. So these Ask Us Anythings really aren't an Ask Us Anything, it's Ask Us lore questions. I have yet to see any Ask Us Anything provide any actual information about the gameplay or how the game's going to roll out. It's always been lore-based. Which I guess is fine if you're really into the lore. Like, I love story, I love lore. But at this moment in time, I don't really care much for it. Of course, I still want to see the cinematics. I still want to know the backstory of like Abner Thar, Manny Marco, and stuff like that. I've gone out, I've researched that stuff. But I'm really sitting here just waiting for some form of tidbit information that'll just tide me over for the next little while. I just really want to know. There's so many questions that I have that I really want answered, and they're just giving me nothing. Nothing. They're giving me nothing. I hate it. I hate it so much. Ugh. Anyways, that's pretty much all the information we were given. We were given one article that's all lore-based. Sort of. One question isn't lore-based, and that's the faction one. But I don't know. I'm a little agitated about it. I mean, I'm gonna bring this up in the Elder Scrolls Online Uncovered episode 11 tonight at 10 p.m. I'm gonna bring it up. I'm kind of curious to see what other people think about it. But yeah, again, that's pretty much it. It's been a very dry week. I mean, if we were out in the desert and information was water, we'd be dead a long time ago. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.